Hello everybody, Adele and April here with Just Say Scrap for our Twisted Sisters video. We will be using our SVG from Home for the Holidays, and to start off we're adding it to our Cricut design space.
So how we do this is we actually download it from our digital art collection on our profile on Close to My Heart, and then we just have to click all of them, hit upload, and then add it to our image inventory on Cricut Design Space. So as you see here, there are quite a bit of images that Close to My Heart gives you. It's an amazing thing because there are so many different things that you can do with these images too. You can use them all separately. They actually do give you a page and a few cards with our digital art.
And they also give us a PDF to see all the images as you see here. We always find this helpful when we want to look back and look at the images to see which ones we want to use or we want to change.
We also love to use this to see maybe how something is stacked on top of it once it's also cut out with the Cricut.
Next, we added all the images to our canvas.
We also decided to spread them out just so we can see them a little bit better.
Once we organize it, we save it into a folder called CTMH so we can find it later on.
Yes, so as you see here, we're going to find it in our collection, and we named it Close to My Heart SVG, put it into our digital art, and that way we can find our images. And now for the fun part.
This is where we have to pick out the images we want to twist. First step is we choose some images that we think we might use, we put it on our canvas, and then we look at them more closely to see if we can twist them up the way we want to.
Yes, so once we actually get it onto our canvas, we do have to kind of change it up a little bit. We don't want to use every single part of all the images that we added to it. So with the last image and the ornament, I just ended up taking out the snowflake, but to do so I had to ungroup the entire thing, I had to slice it, and then get that out. For the mug here, as you see, we just kind of changed the color a little bit and took out that circle.
As you can see here, we referred back to our PDF and then we went back to our canvas to see how the original image was.
So just to slow it down a little bit here. So to start editing an image, we do have to ungroup it. Once it's ungrouped, you can then delete certain aspects that you don't want. After that, you see I'm changing the colors here. But with the mittens, I didn't want the strings. So that made it a little bit more complicated. For now, I'm going to kind of put that to the side, but you'll see what we do a little bit later.
To begin our page, we have to add a 12 by 12 square to our canvas so that we can use that to place our images.
Yep. So as you see here, we're making it gray, a light gray, because we're thinking, when we make this page, we might want to use mink. So you see these little snow bounds that we have on the page? We actually took this from the steam of the coffee or the hot cocoa or whatever you want to make that. So we kind of just created this as a little snowstorm here, and then we tried to fit it to the bottom of the page. This part got a little bit more complicated, so let's slow it down again. So in order to make these snow mounds exactly how we wanted to, we actually have to take the 12 by 12, click one of the snow mounds, and then slice it. Then what I have to do is I have to take both gray pieces that would make the 12 by 12 and then weld them back together, as you see here. Then I take the next snow mound, I do the same thing. I slice it with that gray paper, put the gray back together, delete the white part that I no longer want. As you see there, I kind of messed up, so I just had to undo that and now do it again. Click both pieces, and now I'm going to slice. I'm going to delete that white piece, take the two gray pieces, I'm going to weld them, and then we have our white piece, which you'll see again later when I put the other pieces back to the background.
So once we get all the snow mounds the way we want them, we just have to copy them and then flip them. And now it's time to start arranging our images.
So coming back to these mittens again, like I said before, I was not very happy of how they had that little string. Yes, obviously, if I'm just cutting these, I can cut that off once it comes off my page, but I wanted to show the mittens as two separate mittens. So I kind of worked my magic here a little bit, doing that whole slice, weld thing that I did before, and I ended up making two separate mittens as you see here, and that way I was able to copy them, Then I was able to contour them, and now I have a right and a left mitten that are separate. We will be doing other videos soon on Cricut Design Space because I've had a bunch of people asking us on how to use Cricut Design Space a little bit more. So subscribe to us and we will show you how to do a little bit more technical things on Cricut soon.
Now it's time to just copy and paste some snowflakes all over our page. We knew our page was missing something, so we went back to our PDF to find something that we could add to our page. We decided to add the stocking and the pre-made page from Close to My Heart. The stocking ended up not working out, but we did use the pre-made page. We ungrouped the page and then took the photo mats and made them the sizes we needed.
We ended up with 2 that are 4 1/4 by 6 1/4, and then we ended up with 3 that are 4 1/4 by 4 1/4.
So the last thing was to delete everything else that we did not need.
And Mom had the brilliant idea to use this Christmas tree as just a regular Christmas tree in a forest.
We deleted all the bows and ornaments and made it just a plain tree.
And then we thought we could take the star off, but we realized that it was a whole entire base. So once again, I had to do the slicing and welding.
Once that was done, we had a tree.
Yay!
We put the tree together, regrouped it, and added it to our page.
Next, we had to figure out what to do with the star. So we decided, well, we took the poinsettias off of our mittens before. Why not add a star on the mittens instead?
And that was all that was needed to make our page complete. We hope that you enjoyed our Twisted Sisters, and we hope that you will use this and make your own page with your SVGs.
See you all next time.